everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, thank you for stopping by and watching today's video. So I'm doing something a little different. As you can see, I'm actually facing the camera. I'm actually really nervous, so I just want to say that. Like, I show my face on Instagram all the time, but this is the first time I will be showing my face on my YouTube channel, and I'm very nervous, so please bear with me here. But I thought today's video would be fun if I did like a Q&A session. So I posed a question on my YouTube community and also on my Instagram page, and I got some really good questions from you guys. So I think without further ado, I'm just gonna jump right into them. So the first question I was asked, just so you guys know, have them on a sticky note, but have you ever considered FCC size? And for those of you who may not be familiar, FCC is Franklin Covey Compact. It's 4.25 by 6.75. So it's basically like the same length as personal size, but it's a half an inch wider. And I have considered it, and I've been really interested in it. But for me, like, I'm really happy in my personal ring planner. I have a lot of inserts. I have a lot of things like invested in personal size. And I don't know that it's, for me, it's worth it to change things for a half inch. I did try FC Compact for a work planner for 4 or 5 months, something like that. And I learned really quickly that rings just don't work for me at work. They work for me in other areas of life, not for work. So I decided against it, and I'm gonna stick with what I love, which is personal size. All right. So the next question I got was, how do you get so much done? That's a hard question to answer because I feel like I'm a very task-driven person. So knowing what is on my to-do list to get those things done. I've always been that person that's like, oh, it's on my list, I gotta get it done. And sometimes I know it's a strength, but sometimes it's one of my deficits because I'm constantly going and I never stop. Another thing I think is very important to point out is I wouldn't be able to get as much stuff done as I do if I didn't have a very strong support system. I have an extremely supportive and loving and caring husband who is a great partner and contributor to our home. And without his support, I would struggle a lot more. I also have family close by who help with things like childcare and stuff like that. So, and that are very supportive as well. So they help me get a lot of things done. And it's the same with work. I have a really good work team. And they also are really good about like helping share in responsibilities. But as far as like on my end, I will say that I am an early riser. I'm usually up on the weekdays between 5 and 5:30 a.m. And from the time I get up to the time I stop at the end of the day after the kids have gone to bed, like, I'm going nonstop. I rarely stop moving. And I think part of that is I'm naturally a very energetic and hyper person. So I think that helps me too. So I'm just constantly moving and going, but I'm also very task oriented, task driven. So if I have it on my list of things to do, I find a way to get it done. And then that support system, I think, is very important. Somebody asked me, what do you do for work? I am a school social worker, and I also supervise a team of 7 other social workers. And it's a really fun job. This is my 4th year, and I've really enjoyed it. And then what other hobbies do you have other than planning? Right now, I don't really have time for other hobbies between work and graduate school and, you know, being a mom and all of that. I do like crocheting. I do like hiking. I like doing outdoorsy things, and traveling. My family is really big on visiting new places. I don't know if traveling is considered a hobby, but I do like to travel and visit new places, even if it's little day trips. And then eating. Is that considered a hobby? Eating? Sorry. I do like to try new restaurants. I do like to try new foods and things of that nature. And for several years, one of my hobbies was teaching Zumba. Which I blew my knee out a couple years ago. But I taught Zumba for several years, and I love that. So I love dancing and music. I don't know if that's considered a hobby. It's just some things that I love. Somebody said, where do you find your weekly affirmations? That's a good question. I was like, I always wondered like if more people were going to ask me that question. So basically what I do is Google. But I'm very specific in how I look up affirmations. So like if it's, I need an affirmation for stress, like I will look up like affirmations for stress. So, and part of my Sunday morning routine is I sit and I drink coffee and I search for affirmations. I spend about 30 minutes searching for affirmations every Sunday, and the ones that speak to me in that moment, I write them down on my, I'll show you guys, on my affirmations list. If you watch any of my flips, that I have like an affirmations list that I keep in my planner. And so, and it's grown, significantly. So yeah, but yeah, that's basically what I do every Sunday. So, I looked at some affirmations this past week for affirmations for, vulnerability and emotions, and I found some. So usually it's what I've experienced in the past week that I struggled with. I will look up an affirmation very specific to that, or if I know something's coming. So that's how I find my affirmations. There's not like a particular site that I find them, but I just Google them, and you know, I read through lists and lists of affirmations, and the ones that I really like the most, I just add them to my list. My next question is, what's your daily planning routine and how long does it take you? I recently, I think it was last week's video, I uploaded my evening planning routine video. And so my daily planning routine is pretty much what I do in the evening. So anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes, depending on how much information I need to add to my planner. So I always check my inbox first to make sure there's nothing pressing there. And then I compare what I write in my Hobonichi Weeks weekly to what is in my current weekly or daily. And then from there, I just go through and update spending trackers, all of that stuff. Now, on days that I update spending, it takes me a little bit longer, which is why I say 25 minutes or so. And then in the morning, typically what I do, because I've already planned my day ahead, ideally, like again, this doesn't happen every single day because life happens. But in the morning, after I've like gotten up and have like my quiet time, my coffee, all of that, then I will check my daily to see what I have going on that day to kind of give me an idea. But yeah, my daily planning routine is very short. I've designed my planner in a way that it goes, like I go through my planner sequentially. So like if you, I'll have to like do I don't know how to like, I can't like turn the camera and then turn my face, but like I have my inbox in the front, and then my list, and then my monthly calendar, and then my schedule, and then like my spending. So like the order in which I plan is the order in which everything is set up in my planner. I hope that made sense. So it's not terrible, but I'll link that video in the cards, of my evening planning routine if you're interested, just so you can kind of see. I think the video is like 18-19 minutes long, so it's not anything too long. Oh, here, okay, is personal size your favorite size? Yes, right now. But I will say, I am loving Hobonichi Weeks right now, and I think I've like said it in my last planner chat video. I love long and narrow inserts, apparently, or planner pages or whatever. So Hobonichi Weeks is really becoming a contender, but I have so much information in this personal ring planner, I just don't think I could ever leave it. But I would say yes, personal size is definitely my favorite planner size. And I have tried planning in pocket, B6 rings, A5 rings, and I think that's all my ring sizes. And personal was my favorite. I think the only ring size that I haven't tried is A6. I haven't tried FC Compact for like personal planning, but I feel like I would like it because it's very similar to personal rings. So the last two questions are, what do you do when you're in a planner rut? That's a really, that's a good question. Take a break for a couple of days and really think about what's in your planner that's not serving you. Because ultimately, this is how I've had to look at it, is your planner is designed to be a tool for you. And I know in the planner community, like scrolling through Instagram, like we'll see people trying new and different sizes. And I've been influenced myself. Hobonichi Weeks was totally influenced by social media, but I love it. But pocket, for example, I hated pocket, but I tried to make pocket work because pocket is what was trending in the community. So I had to realize, like, when I'm in a rut, Number one is, what is in this planner that is not serving me, and what can be removed or replaced? So that's kind of been my motto for 2022. Also, change out deco or your cover. Make your planner a place you like to be. So like me, for example, like I have tried like super neutral planners, and I'm not a super neutral person. Like I don't like bright colors, but I like color. Like I love pink. Okay, so I have a lot of pink in my planner. Another thing I do is I add my own personal effects to my planner. Pictures of hubby, pictures of my girls, I keep in my planners. I personalize my planner as much as I possibly can, is what I'm saying. Things that like when I open it up, it makes me feel happy. Because you're not gonna, I've learned with planning, you're not gonna reach for it if you like dread it. I also think like simplifying, like if what you're doing is too much and isn't serving you, doing that. But I would say first, like just kind of give yourself a break. Like it's okay not to plan every day. So give yourself a break, change up some decorative elements, and really discover what you really like. And I think that that's to me, and again, here I go rambling. I think the hardest part about being a part of the planner community is also the greatest part. And I think the hardest part is we're so influenced and we're constantly seeing all of these like perfectly and beautifully curated spreads. And we want to try it because it looks so good, but you can't. Like me, like I want to learn how to hand letter and I can't, and I get jealous when I see all these people hand lettering, but you know, it is what it is, right? So I just make stickers now. Super random. But I think too, like we have to be mindful, like is the planner that we're using, is it because that's what we wanted and that's what would bring us joy and that's what's going to make me reach for it? Or is it because we were influenced by trends or what someone else was doing? And I've had to ask myself that a couple of times. Like pocket is going to be my like prime example always of like, I fell victim to a trend. I hated pocket. It just was not the size for me. You see my face right now, but I tried to force it for months knowing it wasn't working for me, and it made me not want to use it at all. So finding like that sweet spot, that thing you love, and then picking out things that are serving you. It doesn't matter if it's everyone else's cup of tea. It doesn't matter if it's perfectly curated. What matters is like you using it. And you know, again, we wouldn't be watching videos and scrolling planner Instagram accounts if there wasn't a hobby aspect to it. But I also think like it's important to really do what you love. So like, I mean, like if you look, like I am not a minimal planner by any means. I don't use like bright deco stickers or anything like that, but I like color. I like pinks, and I like pink is my favorite. So but anyway, I hope that made sense. Like I hope I'm not just like rambling, but I think like really rediscovering like what you love and what brought you to planning can help you get out of a rut, and removing those things that aren't serving you, because your planner's for you and really not for anyone else. I know we like to share those beautiful pictures we take, but your planner's for you. Okay, and the last question, do you believe in planner peace? Yeah. Do I believe in planner peace? That's a great question. So I want to start off by saying, I believe that you can achieve planner peace in your season of life. I believe that as humans, we are constantly evolving, growing, our roles change, our needs change constantly. So with that being said, I feel like our planners change as well. So I believe it is possible to achieve planner peace, but I don't think you stay in it. And I think it just depends on your life at the moment. I would say probably last summer, for example, I had planner peace. I was happy in my planners aside from pocket. which it wasn't like my everyday planner, but I was happy in my planners. They were serving me. They were doing really, really well. Fast forward to now, I've removed several of those planners because things in my life have changed and my needs have changed. I'm still experiencing peace with my planners. I think my daughter's home and the dogs are about to go bananas. But I also think that you have to be up for changing things up. She's like dancing while she gets off the bus. That's hilarious. Another thing that I think is, I'm filming. Sorry. Another thing that I think is important is if it's not working, junk it. You don't have to keep using it. But I also think that there are people out there who really enjoy like setting up planners, and that's just the fun part of planning for them, is like setting up the planners. So yes, I do think that planner piece is possible, but I don't think you stay in it forever because you're constantly having to change your system to make it work for you. If you look back at my videos from a year ago, my planner is not the same. It's different. And I use the same size, but I adjusted my system to meet my needs in the moment, because then I wasn't in school. I wasn't supervising as many people as I was supervising. You know, my kids weren't doing as many activities because COVID and all that stuff. So I think as time progresses, you just have to make adjustments to your planners. My dogs are about to go bananas. Yeah. So I think that's a loaded question. Planner peace. I hear it a lot, and I think people will say it, and I think they do feel at peace in their planners in that moment. Hey, sweet pea. But at the same time, I also think that if things change in your life, you may need to make adjustments, which is why I like rings personally, is because if something, yeah, I'm facing the camera. Can you believe it?
Can I come?
No, hold on. Malaya wants to come say hi. So really quickly, you can come say hi.
Hello.
Okay. Bye-bye, sweet pea. But anyway, that was her choice. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I think that's why I really like rings, is because like if a need changes, I can just add something or take something away. I don't have to like scratch the system. You can close it. Thank you. I don't have to scratch the system and get a whole new, whole new planner. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Woo! You guys asked some tough questions, but those questions were a lot of fun. So that concludes today's planner chat and Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do enjoy engaging with you guys on this channel. It's so much fun, and I love the fact that there's so many people out there who have a love for stationery and planning like I do. It makes me happy. So anyway, I guess if you have further questions or need further clarification, feel free to comment those questions down below. Like, I'm always happy to answer. It may take me a day or two, but I am usually pretty good to respond to comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That was so corny. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a fabulous day.